Welcome to Brinks Business Expenses QuickBooks Online Direct Accounting Integration, which we will refer to as QBO. If you use QBO for your bookkeeping, you've come to the right tutorial. We know how tedious and difficult it can be to reconcile your transactions and close your books at the end of the month, and we hope to simplify that for you. In this video, we'll walk you through how to connect your QBO account to Brinks Business Expense, how to add and customize your general ledger account referred to as GL account, class and location field values to Brinks Business Expense, how to code transactions and sync with QBO. If you use QBO, we recommend that you connect your QBO account directly to Brinks Business Expense in order to make transactions syncing seamless and easy. Connecting a QBO account to Brinks Business Expense can be achieved in only a few steps. Start by accessing the Transactions page where Brinks Business Expense displays all transactional data and selecting the Accounting tab. This view is specifically designed for streamlining accounting. Next, click on the Accounting Export button. Select QBO from the selection screen and enter your QBO credentials when prompted. Once those credentials are validated, the connection between Brinks Business Expense and QBO has been established. You'll then be asked 2 more questions to ensure we send transactions to the right place. You have now connected your QBO account to Brinks Business Expense successfully. You will now have the ability to customize how your GL account, location, and class information is displayed in Brinks Business Expense. By default, we'll import all your field values from QBO and display them as is. If you're okay with that, you can skip the next step. However, if you want to customize, rename, or delete any field values to display them differently in Brinks Business Expense, you can do so by making changes in the table below. If you want to allow team members to tag transactions themselves, you can turn the permission button just above the table on. If you turn it on, team members will be able to see your accounting field values and tag their own transactions. Finally, you have the option of changing which Brinks Business Expense field you want to map to your QBO fields. For example, if you want to map Brinks Business Expense categories to your GL account field values, you can do so by choosing the Brinks Business Expense field from the drop-down menu. Once you make all the changes you want, click Done to finish your setup and move on to the Export screen. You can always access the custom mapping page from your Account Export Settings button. Brinks Business Expense gives you a lot of options to filter, sort, and tag your transactions. By default, your transactions are sorted by settlement date in the Accounting tab. You can customize what columns you see in the display by clicking on the Column Display button. You can filter transactions by any field you like by clicking on the Filters in the left-hand menu. You can even filter transactions which are not tagged to make it easy to tag them one at a time or in bulk. Let's say you want to code your transactions to the appropriate GL account. You would first use your Filters menu to display all transactions that do not have a GL account coded to them. Next, choose to apply other filters if you would like, and then use the checkboxes in the Transactions table to select all the transactions you want to code with a particular GL account. After selection, click on GL account, pick the correct value, and press Save, and the transactions will get coded correctly. Once you've done this for all the transactions you want to code, simply click on the Accounting Export button to go to the Export screen. Here you have the option of reviewing and syncing your transactions to QBO based on date and filters. If you don't want to code transactions in Brinks Business Expense, you can also select our Auto Sync feature, which will sync all new transactions to QBO every day with no customization. To access the Custom Mapping screen to manage your field settings, click on the Custom Mapping option from the Settings button. We hope this explains how best to take advantage of Brinks Business Expense to simplify coding transactions and end-of-month closings. If you have any more questions, you can find helpful articles in our support section.